Today I wanted to talk to you about noise. As you can see, I'm in a really beautiful place. And I come to the beautiful places to relax and to meditate and to reflect. But as you can hear behind me, there's a load of traffic. If it's not traffic, it's music. Noise is like a frequency. You've got your own frequency in your head. When you come to a place to relax, you want to listen to your own thoughts, and you want to listen to nature. Because nature calms you. There's something about nature which helps you. In the city, you don't really get that much time to come and find your thoughts, because the noise of the city, it infects. It's like a virus. It changes the way you think, and that changes the way that you see things, and that changes your behavior. And that's why it's very important to be able to find places where you can think, where you can reflect, because reflection is what I'm going to talk about today. So you need to have domination over your life, because if you don't have domination, someone else does. And if someone else has domination over your life, how is it that you're going to be responsible for the actions that you do? So you need to really have an investigation into yourself. Those investigations are like journeys, and the journey is called life. And the investigations start when you meet problems. And when you meet problems, you face the problems and ask, what is it that I want? What is it that I'm going to do? Am I going to change? Am I not going to change? And those types of things are like personal development. That's you growing emotionally. And emotions and spirituality, they're very closely linked together. Emotions are a type of intelligence. If you ask someone what you should do at a crossroad and they say go right, and you go right, and there's a problem, who do you blame, yourself or them? You have to blame yourself, because it's you that had faith in their answer. It's you that didn't go and look into yourself and make those hard decisions. What do you do when you get to a situation where you can't go forwards, back, left, right, up or down? Well, you end up being still. But because your mind's so heavy, you go around in circles, and then you go crazy. When you go crazy, then you can turn to things like alcohol, drugs, sex or other vices. And that sort of weighs you down further and further and further. You also need, at those junctions, I believe, in your life, to reflect. I think that's the time where reflection is really important. Reflection is a skill. You need to learn how to reflect. You need to learn how to be by yourself. You need to learn to be somewhere without noise, to be somewhere without people. Schools don't teach you how to reflect. They keep you occupied and busy. Your mind is always doing something. And then when you're not doing something, you're trying to relax through playing. Play is not reflection. Reflection is a work in itself. It's a study of you, studying the world, an existential study, an emotional study, a mental study. It's you watching who you are. But reflection doesn't always give you the answers consciously. Reflection sometimes changes the energy inside of yourself, or your frequency. And then your frequency changes your feelings, and then your feelings can then influence the decisions that you make. Reflection isn't always about thinking. It can be about watching. It can be about wondering. It can be about having those strange thoughts that no one else has. It can be about noticing things that you've never noticed before in nature, odd eccentricities of nature. And that's nature talking to you, because nature has her language. Nature talks in strange ways, in a variety of ways, in ways that you don't consciously understand. School needs to teach you about reflection, or there needs to be some educational system that teaches you how to reflect, because reflection is a very important tool that you need for life. It's a way of sitting back, it's a way of calming down, it's a way of making the right choices. If you're continuously making bad choices because you can't reflect, then you're not going to be able to get out of the problems. In order to get out of problems, you've got to think in a way that's different from the way that created the problem in the first place. Reflection helps you to look at the problems in a different way, or it helps you to feel the problems in a different way, or it helps you to feel something about life that adjusts your behavior and your attitude to life, which changes your character, which then changes how you make those decisions. Not everything has to be done consciously. Not everything has to be done on a mental level.